What's happening? Hey, Ron Green, By Design Fitness and Nutrition. Why you need a coach? Let's just talk numbers. 5%, less than 5% of the people who decide to go on a diet succeed at their weight loss goals or their health goals. Less than 5%. Now, I want to explain to you why this happens. There's this word called homeostasis. It is when our body adjusts to what we're doing in the weight loss stalls. Now, why does our body do that? Let me explain to you why your body does that. Because that's how God created you. The most unnatural thing you can do is lose weight. God created your body to store fat because God created your body to burn fat as fuel. So when we go at weight loss through a caloric deficit mindset, there's a couple different things that happens. Your metabolism adjusts. So if I'm sitting here and I got 3,000 calories a day, I go to 2,000 calories a day, I lose weight for a while, my body reaches that homeostasis, everything stops, and now I got to go to 1,500 calories a day. Well, when you're in a caloric deficit, you not only lose fat, but you lose more muscle. And we don't want to lose muscle. We want to retain the muscle. Now, that's the difference between By Design and the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet, now we do get you in a state of ketosis, but the ketogenic diet is 75% fat, 20% protein, and about 5% carbs. The other thing is there's no two individuals that are the same. The idea that I can have one eating plan that works across the board for everyone is asinine. It's stupid. We're snowflakes. We're all different. So what I do as a coach is I figure out the macronutrients that are required for you to lose fat and retain muscle. We don't want to get rid of muscle. You say, well, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not care. Listen, let me tell you, muscle keeps your skeleton in place. If I don't have muscle in my lower back, what happens? My vertebrae get all out of whack and I have to go to the chiropractor. But if I got a strong lower back, it keeps my vertebrae in place and I don't have any back problems. So we don't want to lose muscle. So with the By Design plans, we have more protein, and good fat. Matter of fact, our ratio is usually about 40% protein, 40% fat, 10% carbohydrates. But let me tell you something. I got customers that will get into ketosis eating 70 to 80 grams of carbohydrates a day. And then I got some of them, like myself, the only way they're going to get into ketosis is go to zero carbs. So you got that wide variety of people. It just depends on the individual. You know, if you got a lot of muscle mass, your body is going to hold on to the glucose or the glycogen stores in the muscle more than a person who doesn't have as much muscle mass. So we have to figure it out. That's why you need a coach. And the information about diets is just outdated. It's outdated. The new information out there is they did a research and they took a look at people that had low cholesterol and people that had high cholesterol. The people with low cholesterol had a higher rate of heart disease than the ones with high cholesterol. How does that figure? Because they were wrong. Because the drug companies push the information out there. They conduct the studies. And then what happens? Well, what do drug companies want to do? They want to sell you their drugs, especially their statin drugs. I mean, that is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry selling statins type drugs. And the other thing is, man, you've got to have help navigating the food labels. Until you learn how to read the food labels, I mean, it is so deceptive. You walk in there and you look at it, you walk in there and you see that coffee creamer, right? And it says sugar-free. And man, it tastes good. But if you'll flip that thing over and look at the first ingredient, what is the first ingredient? The first few ingredients? Corn syrup. Corn syrup. Now, how do they get by with that? Because the FDA allows them to lie. There's no other way to say it. They allow them to lie. So how do they get around that? Well, they have a law that says if it's less than 1 gram of carbohydrates or less than 1 gram of sugar per serving, I can say it's sugar-free. Well, all I got to do is I got to reduce the serving size to the point that I only got 0.9 grams. But, you know, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you used a teaspoon of coffee creamer in your coffee? No, what do? We dump it over in there. And then what do we got? We got a bunch of sugar. The other thing, that the medical profession, you got to understand, they get paid, the whole idea of practicing medicine. They don't make any money off healthy customers. So, or healthy clients. So most of the doctors aren't going to give you the right nutrition information out there because it would put them out of business. You know, I got so many clients that have absolutely turned their life around. And I got a client that recently emailed me, and she said she wanted to let me know she was lost so much weight, down so many dress sizes in 4 months off thyroid medicine, blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine, inflammation medicine, all in 4 months. 4 months. Medicine she had been on for years. Her doctor told her he only needs to see her 1 time a year. Another lady, 66 pounds in 3 months. She's in her 70s. 66 pounds in 3 months, 205 to 139, 90 days off multiple medications, off diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, off all types of medication. How's that possible? Because you need help navigating when that weight loss stalls, when your body reaches that homeostasis. I start looking at your macros. I make the adjustments for you. I make it easy for you. The other big one, you know, I got a preacher, pastor, Copeland Ferry Church of God. Man, right at 80 pounds lost now, off just about every one of his medications, off every one of them. You know, how is it possible? It's really not that complicated. One of the things that all by design plans have in common, we believe in natural foods. Natural foods. We eat lots of pink salt. We do a lot of broth, a lot of green veggies, a lot of higher fat meats, some good cheeses, almond milk, some protein supplements, nuts, berries, sweet potatoes. We believe in all natural foods. And what I do is I figure out that sweet spot for you. And that the sweet spot being where I'm losing fat, retaining muscle, losing fat, retaining muscle, losing fat, retaining muscle. And we have to adjust it from time to time. So the other thing that you need help with is your body doing some adjustment. You know, homeostasis, dysfunction, and toxic become normal. Are you following me? So I'm drinking a lot of sucralose filled, my gut bacteria is out of whack. And then all of a sudden I start changing all that stuff and my body fights me. So I help you navigate through that. I help you navigate through the sugar detox. You know, we load you up on the front end, lots of good natural sugars, and then we slowly, as we adjust your metabolism, we back the sugars down. It works. It works like a charm. Let me tell you how well it works. We coach as many as 40 clients, everywhere from Australia to Ohio. And I communicate with people from LA to New York, the UK. I talk to people all the time, all over the world, interested in what we do at By Design. The number of clients that we have not been able to help that have been with us over 90 days is zero. Zero. We've coached, since May, I've coached well over 100 clients, written 350 individualized nutrition plans. Here to answer your questions. You hit me up, send me a food label. I'm constantly responding back, So that's the difference. That's why you need a coach. You need somebody to help you navigate all the bad information. You need somebody to help you figure out why your body has, for some reason, has stopped. Listen, and I know we always want to do everything tomorrow. We always want to put it off. When is it going to be time? You know, people call it procrastination. You know, I've said this, procrastination doesn't exist. Priorities exist. When is it going to be important to you? When you go to the doctor and your AC1 is 12 and now you're a type 2 diabetic, is that going to be important to you? When you go to the doctor and your thyroid's all messed up because of all the junk food, they're not going to tell you to change your diet and your thyroid will straighten out. They're going to give you thyroid medicine. Go to the doctor and your blood pressure's through the roof. I've seen people's blood pressure fixed in under 2 weeks. Under 2 weeks. Seen people's diabetes that they've been taking metformin for for years, taken care of in under 30 days, off all the medicine. Why don't the doctor tell you that? Because, you know, they don't make any money on well people. So when is it going to be important? When is it going to be important? When you have a heart attack? When you have a stroke? What if it's too late? So stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. You got IBS, gut issues. You know, I've been able to just turn my IBS and gut issues around. Are they all better? It's going to take a while. Sometimes some issues take a little longer than others. But I can help you. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Women that have been on hormone medicine trying to get pregnant for years, you know, 30 days off the hormone medicine. Doctor says, hey, there's no reason why you can't get pregnant now. We can help you. So reach out to me. Send me a message. I'll write you a diet plan. I'll write you a plan based on the information that you give me back. And you ain't got to decide whether you want to do it until after you look at the plan. Anyway, this is why you need a health coach. Just a lot of bad information. You need somebody to help you navigate the process. Anyway, I pray that God bless you richly the only way you can be blessed through his only born son, Jesus the Christ.